Hi guys, this is not a Rayas, this is a security guy. He's very bored. Today I'm gonna talk about few things. First of all, the 138 update, it's already in the game, and for mappers it brings a lot of pain and a lot of changes. For example, if you are a beginner and you want to start your own map, and you look at my tutorials, there is one change. You don't need to create the base folder in Eurotrack folder here as I had before. You need to create a base map. Also, this is a must do for older maps if you want to save your map under the 138 update. So you need to create this base map folder and then do a rebuild of your map and then save it. So your map is going to be saved in base map, not in base, since 138. That's the major change, an editor. Now, the second thing I want to present to you, because I never had the chance, was implemented with Black Sea DLC, and we talk about curves. And curves are very useful things. They are like buildings, but say what? What? My cat. Okay, they are like buildings. I mean, fences, trees, bushes, but unlike buildings, these curves has more options. For example, you can assign a start of the curve and an end. Okay, you can adjust the size, make it bigger, make it smaller. Things you cannot do with normal buildings, as we know. More important, for example, if you want to place terrain, for example this one, this is a terrain decal, and you can change the margins to look like grass, like asphalt, like dirt, and also you can change the material, the terrain material. Okay, to match the place you want to place it. This is about curves, and the third subject of this tutorial is for beginners, because I have seen many maps like this. Many people starting making maps, very good thing, and they do whatever they consider to be good for their maps, and some of them are actually created like this. What is wrong with this? As you see, I have materials here from all over the place. Some of them has one type of sidewalk, some of them are not, some of them have shoulders, some of them not. since Italy, I think, or France DLC, the roads have more options for the sides. Okay, if you place it like this, it looks like a belt dropped on the grass and is looking bad. This also is looking bad. So what my point is, another mistake, common mistake, as you see, this is a prefab, and the company, it's also a prefab. Okay, it's not impossible to connect the two prefabs, but be very careful to be both prefabs to be in the same angle, same level. You must be very careful when you connect two prefabs. Make sure the angles are matching and the altitude is matching, because if they don't match, you will get this. Okay, as you see, the prefab is connected, but this one is rotated. So when you start to make a map, be sure you choose materials, for example, prefabs. If you start to make a map and you want to use, for example, prefabs from Black Sea DLC or from Baltic DLC, also use the roads according to your prefabs from Black Sea DLC or from Baltic DLC. Don't use the roads from Germany and prefabs from Italy or Baltic DLC. Try to create one thing to look the same from an end to another. For example, this is from Italy. I'm gonna change it to Baltic. I'm gonna place some lines. I'm gonna give him some shoulders. This is dirt. I can do sidewalk, and I leave it like this. Also sidewalk. Sorry. And this is already looking good. And now we have this prefab. I assume it's from France. Yes. I'm gonna change it with Baltic. 1 and 1 narrow template. 1 and 1. This is T shape. Narrow template. Okay. And this changed. You can place some lines in the middle, lines for semaphores, and you can place shoulders because it has any sidewalk. Let's make it full. Sidewalk, let's make it full, and so on. And now we start to have something normal. Let's change these roads also. Properties. now we have something that looks the same and looks okay, looks nice. Try not to do this type of connection when you connect companies. Try to insert a road between prefab and the company, not a direct link. I'm gonna insert here an enter prefab. Let's enter from Baltic. Boom, boom, boom. This one. Okay. Add a node. Okay. Rotate. Node copy. Node paste. Move. Move. Let's change this road also. Okay, this one needs some lines, midline and parking. I need some shoulders. Let's place sidewalks because the rest of the street has sidewalks. And now we're gonna place an enter road. Enter. Properties, also sidewalk, also sidewalk. Okay. Now we have things as it should. Okay, a proper connection, and you can verify if your connection are good by using the traffic. If the traffic, the AI traffic disappear in a point, that means that point is not connected. Let me show you an example. I'm not gonna connect this. Let's bring the traffic, access spawning, spawn. The car disappeared, okay? Or here. If this is happening, even you visually don't find any problem with the connection, that means that connection is broken. You need to look into it more. Okay, because now we connected the roads, and as you see, the AI traffic has no problem to travel from a point to another. You can see also the traffic rules, who is gonna give way and why. But another problem are the models. I have seen many maps, new maps, with problem like this. We're talking about low poly models placed next to the road. This is a low poly model, is made for scenery. These are low poly bushes. Also, you can place this far from road. We have this tree wall here, also made it for far distance, not from close one. And I have seen also a lot of buildings placed directly on the grass. I don't think people are living in this apartment buildings, and they are walking directly on the grass when they go from home, as the one here. I'm gonna select this, I'm gonna press brush B, and I can do asphalt. For example, I can do this kind of brush, and I don't like it. Or I can keep the Alt button pressed, and I have just a square. Okay. Normal brush is for if you want to place a brush aside the road. Okay, not for creating parking lots or something like that. So what you have to do is verify your materials and choose the one good for you. For example, in this case, we have foliage to far Baltic. If it's far, is far, so not for close. For close is foliage too simple. Okay, and we have something. Houses, villages, this is not to place next to the roads. These are for scenery. If you want to place houses, there are some in models, type close, and you are gonna see these houses are made for close view, to place it next to the road. As you see, is looking very nice, very well. Okay, so that's the difference, a house like this and a house like this. Also with apartment buildings, also with vegetation, with grass and so on. That's it for today. I hope you find this useful. We'll talk later. Bye.